this is what they look like. I mean, that's awesome. It's gonna be amazing.
Hey guys, this is Shannon with the Diet Doc San Francisco, and today we're gonna go through a snack, what could be a snack, or also what could be a full lunch or a full dinner. And today we're gonna do fried green tomato sandwiches with turkey bacon. And this is what you're gonna need. Green tomatoes, turkey bacon, panko crumbs, ground whole wheat flour, 100-calorie multigrain wheat buns. You can also do English muffins, but if you're trying to keep your carbs a little lighter, this is gonna be an awesome option. And then we are putting a little chutney on it. This one we selected is Moroccan plum and fennel. So we're gonna put all these guys together, fry up some green tomatoes, some bacon, put it on sandwiches, and it's gonna be awesome. So here we go. All right, so we're gonna take 1/4 a cup of the whole ground flour, and I have 2 bowls set up. One is gonna be for the egg. I forgot to mention we have a whole egg that's in here, which is what we coat the fried green tomato with. And then we'll do 3/4 a cup of the panko. So we are cutting this guy into big fat slices so that we're able to have quite a lot to coat. So I'm gonna just slice off the ends so that then I'm able to make some pretty thick slices so they're right along here. So we'll do that about 4 times. All right, and then we're gonna coat these with salt and pepper, dip them in the egg, and then put that breadcrumb panko mix on them. All right, so we're gonna sprinkle these guys with salt and pepper to start on both sides. So we are going to dip the tomatoes into the whole wheat flour first, and then they go into the egg, and then they go into the panko crumbs, and then we're gonna put them on a separate plate. And this should be how they turn out before they go into your hot pan. And cook the turkey bacon, and then we will remove the turkey bacon and fry the green tomatoes in the turkey bacon juices, and it's gonna be awesome. This turkey bacon I selected because it is turkey thighs that are actually formed. When you get some turkey bacon, it has a lot of the parts that you weren't really expecting to be in your turkey bacon, as in sometimes beaks and eyes and organs. So these are thighs, which is great that we know that. Okay, so now we are gonna put the turkey bacon into the deep pan. We have quite a deep pan here. It's flat on the bottom so that when we put the tomatoes in, it'll cook nicely on each side. So that's the nice sound that you should hear with your bacon. And again, we're using turkey bacon, so we won't have quite as much fat that gets down on the bottom, but you're gonna cook these guys for about 5 or 6 minutes per side, or until you see that they're nice and crispy. And we have it on a medium-high heat. And then while that's happening, you can start toasting your little wheat thins. And for those of you that don't have a toaster, we're gonna do this today. We're basically going to drizzle a little olive oil on these guys and then pop them underneath the broiler. Okay, so we're gonna slide these under the broiler for about 2 minutes. Okay, so the sandwich thins are done, and they were probably in there for a little bit of about around 3 minutes. You gotta be careful because they cook really fast, and because they have the oil on them, they're gonna be done almost immediately. So now we're gonna spread the chutney onto these guys, put some lettuce on each of them, and then while this is kind of happening, we're gonna wait for the bacon to cook all the way through, and then we're gonna start with the fried green tomatoes, and then we're almost done. All right, so I'm just gonna cut the remaining parts in half, and then we are going to take the chutney, and I'll think about doing around a tablespoon per side. And then on one side of each, I'm gonna put one of the crispy parts of the lettuce and one of the not so crispy parts of the lettuce, and they'll almost be like a little boat to hold the tomatoes when we put those on. Okay, so the bacon is already done. And you'll notice with turkey bacon that it doesn't get quite as crispy as regular bacon because the fat content's lower. And then we're going to transfer them to a paper towel to let them drain off a little bit. And we're going to take the excess juices that are in the bottom of the pan and use that to cook the tomato in. So we're going to use all of those awesome juices and throw the tomatoes in there now. We're gonna put a little bit more of the olive oil in there and then placing those puppies right on top. I'm gonna do kind of a medium heat so I don't risk burning them. This pan is super sensitive. So we're gonna put them on there and then we're gonna cook them about 2 minutes per side and see how awesome they turn out. Okay, so we're gonna flip them over with a wide spatula. They should be a little brown on either side. So that's the first side. As you can see, if you have a non-stick pan, this might work out a little bit better. There we go. So we will let them cook for another 2-3 minutes per side, and then we will put them onto our sandwiches. And we're just gonna place them. Oh yes. Amazing. And then we'll come over here. I'm gonna take 2 slices of bacon per sandwich and fold them on top. Take the other side of my chutney and voila, that is beautiful.
So this is the thing with the fried green tomato sandwiches. If you want to use regular bacon, you can use regular bacon, but it's going to up your fat quite a bit. You can also add avocado to this. If you love avocado, I'm sure that would be amazing. It would also up your fat. So you get to play around with how much fat you have in your macro ranges. And if you want to add more protein, you just add a little bit more turkey bacon. It's a give and take here. So whatever works for you. Each sandwich is about 258 calories. 35 of it comes from carbohydrate, about 4.9 comes from fat, and it's about 20 grams of protein per sandwich. So you can have these either for a snack, or you can have 2 of them and make it like a little bit of a bigger dinner, or you can have 1.5 and it's like a perfect dinner. So we're gonna eat these now. And I'm actually gonna fold up one in these new little containers that I have. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna fold them in these guys. We're gonna fold them up, and these are reusable. You can just wash them off. It's basically like wrapping your sandwiches in plastic wrap. And the reason I wanna use these is because I'm tired of throwing away plastic and making the planet a little bit more cluttered than it already is. So I wanna have things where I will be able to reuse them as much as possible to have less of a footprint. So I just put it down, you just wrap it up, fold it. Whoa, I mean, that's awesome. Look at that, it's sealed with Velcro. Cool. So I hope you guys like this one. I'm just trying to give you different ideas about using different types of foods. Tomatoes are so good for us. Getting your macros in, getting a balance, learning that you can have a snack that can also be a dinner. It doesn't have to be both, or it can be one or the other. Anyways, I hope you have a great Sunday. And again, this is Shannon, and I am the Diet Doc San Francisco.